today, but a highly controversial free kick from which Rotherham scored their winner. What are your thoughts on that?
It's not a free kick. I've just said to Paul, like, he should know. He's a better referee than that. I was really disappointed, to be honest. The linesman gives a really poor decision for Sam's goal as well off the corner. You know, we work hard all week, and then you expect them to get. They're the easy ones because they're actually standing there. They don't have to really move. They're moving 2 or 3 yards. So to cancel that out, was it a soft free kick or penalty kick? Probably, but you've seen them given all the time, and you know, you can be 2-0 up. It's a free kick on crackers beforehand too. The lads, you know, chest high. It doesn't matter if he's kicked the ball, he's chest high or just under the stomach. So, but you know what, Tim, I don't really want to talk about the referees. I want to talk about us, and we weren't good enough. You know, they just put it on us. You know, simple as they put it on us, put it behind us, and it created havoc in us, and we couldn't find a way to get it back, win the game back, win the possession back, and that's what I've just said to the lads. It's a really big learning curve, but it didn't feel right. You know, it felt like they were a bit lost out there today in the second half. First half, thought we were good and we were well worthy of the 1-0. Should have been 2, as I said, but look, no complaints from me. They put it on us, and yeah, unfortunately we conceded. First goal was poor on our behalf. Second goal, obviously, a bit of magic from the lad from a free kick, which shouldn't have been. But look, it is what it is.
What was missing today then, Kevin, especially in the second half from you? What was the kind of missing ingredient?
Look, you're going to go through games, and I think what we've been able to do is when we go through games, you manage it, you manage them moments and them times. So, you know, you see. They put it on us for the first 10-15 minutes, and you think you ride that storm, and then you sort of try and wrestle it back, and we managed to do that. You know, against Blackpool, we've done it really well. We managed the game, we got back, and then obviously go on to win the game. We didn't do that today, and that's something what we've got to learn and we've got to get better at. And that's what I've just been mentioning. You know, so our gaps became too big. You know, the gaps between the midfield and the centre halves. We sort of sat back into a 5 instead of sort of pushing on and trying to make something happen. And even when we got the ball back, our decision making and sort of our passes were way below where we were, and we just weren't able to regain momentum or try and regain any type of momentum. So that's where it lies, and you've got to put it on to Rotherham. You know, they're under pressure. He's been a bit under pressure, I think, with Matt. So I'm pleased. He's a good pal of mine, so I'm pleased with him. They've got players coming back, so you can see them climbing the table. They're not going to be an easy grab for anybody. But yeah, I thought it was more us than them.
You are missing some key players today, the injury list growing longer. Jack Vale taken off in the first half. I imagine you wouldn't have wanted ideally to have Ethan Wheatley playing as much of the game as he did.
No, but that's what it is. Look, I'm not going to hide behind it. You know, it's Vale's come in late. We've worked on him. He played, obviously, we'll try to manage his minutes to make sure that he was ready, and we'll keep getting higher. But unfortunately, he had that little struggle with the centre half, and he felt something in his hamstring. So yeah, but there's been some unfortunate injuries, which is, it's frustrating. But look, as I said, I've got every confidence in this squad. We're in a good place. You know, I'm just disappointed because it's, it felt like a little bit like Wickham.
Yeah.
And that was the most disappointing because we're at home. You know, we've got our fans behind me. I thought they were excellent again today, and what we've got to do is we can't allow teams to come here and do what they done to us today. So
a lack of consistency. You produced several good performances, but then there's one that isn't as good.
Well, I wouldn't say it was for first half we were all right, Tim. I must admit. Second half we win us.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try and finish on a positive because Sam Hoskins got his 100th goal today for Northampton Town. Wonderful achievement. He's been a terrific servant for you and for the Cobbers in general, Kevin.
Yeah, look, absolutely fantastic. What a good lad. You know. Trains every day, does everything right, wants to do well for the club. I was pleased for him. He should have had 101, so I'm gutted for him in that way. The phone disallowed as well. So yeah, but listen, look, I'm as I said, I'm really happy. I'm not. I am an emotional guy, and I'm proud of what these lads are doing at the minute. You know, they're batting way above where we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to be doing. But I expect that from them because of what I've seen and what I think. So when I am disappointed, it's because I've seen them do better and I know what they can achieve. So what we've got to look at is now what we've got to do, and Sam being the leader in that group is we've got to be better next week. and that's where we do that, and it starts Monday. So I'm looking forward to getting back on the grass with them. Looking forward to, as I said, we can be disappointed tonight, we can be disappointed tomorrow, but when we come back in, smiles on faces, and we go again.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.